Good evening, Suffolk! There is only one reason that we are gathered here tonight. Only one reason why people in Suffolk will have a vote on May the 7th. Just think about it. Just think about it. Last year, the Conservative-led Suffolk County Council had reached the end of their 4-year term. They were up for election. But what happened? Under the guise of local government reorganisation and in connivance with the Labour government, you were denied your vote last year, and they all kept their jobs and they all kept their positions, and I thought it was monstrous. But we were assured by people like Angela Rayner, I know, that it would just be for 1 year. And so 2026 comes in, and again, under the guise of local government reorganisation, the Labour government says, if you want to cancel the elections again, you can. And for a second year in a row, the Suffolk Conservatives behave like weasels and attempted to deny you and nearly 5 million other people of that vote. And I thought, this is monstrous. You're paying council tax. There should be no taxation without representation. We went to law, we won the right to go to judicial review, and we won! And you have your vote! You have your vote! And I think that will give us in this county and others a massive advantage on May the 7th, because we have stood up alone for the democratic rights of the British people, something that those that went before us at massive cost in 2 world wars fought for that right for us to have as British citizens. And I'm proud that we've won this, and I'm proud that you have your vote on May the 7th here in Suffolk. Now that clearly has resonated because, as you know, we had a rather delayed start to the evening. Because 300 people could not get into the room. But rather than leave them out in the cold, we put them in an overflow room, and I've given one speech tonight to all of them already. And now it's your turn. Our country is in very, very deep trouble. Britain is broken. And our politicians, above all, of both parties, have broken it. We are in economic decline. We are in societal decline. We've even forgotten who we are, what we stood for, what was built over centuries and defended at great cost. We've even lost sight of the fact that our entire civilization is built on Judeo-Christian principles. And whilst we are, of course, tolerant of other points of view and other religions, we do so on the basis that they maintain their private observance but don't interfere or try to override our way of life. And that is now happening in Britain. And we are the one party, we're the one party with the guts and the backbone. We will stand up and defend English and British culture. We will defend our way of life, defend our history, defend our traditions, and bow down to no one. At 1:40 this morning in North London, a terror cell was activated. It planted bombs under those 4 ambulances, funded by the Jewish community, but there for the use of everybody in North London. The group that has claimed responsibility have also committed terrorist outrages in Belgium, the Netherlands, and in Greece. They are directly under the control of the Iranian IRGC, the same IRGC that has fired rockets at British territory in Diego Garcia, the same IRGC that has fired rockets at a British sovereign base in Cyprus. And yet for month after month, I urge the Prime Minister to proscribe the IRGC as a terrorist organisation. Even the weak European Union, not my favourite people necessarily, and I'm not theirs either, believe you me. But even the weak European Union have prescribed them as a banned and terrorist organisation. And yet, the British government says, when it's asked questions on this, that they can't do it without legislation. A British Prime Minister telling us that without legislation, he cannot stand up and defend the safety of our nation from terrorism. This is cowardice in the extreme from the least patriotic Prime Minister this country has ever had, and it is deeply, deeply shameful. And if that wasn't bad enough, another 200 young men crossed the English Channel today. Many of them would have been from Iran or Afghanistan. We have no idea of the identities of these people. We know that too many of them pose a direct and serious threat to young girls and women in our country. But I also suspect that future terrorists are coming into Britain via the English Channel. This should be a national security emergency, given that a terror group is already in Britain. And yet our gutless Prime Minister does nothing. They won't even prescribe the Muslim Brotherhood, who most sensible Arab Muslim nations ban. We are being led by a Labour Party that is now terrified of an extreme Islamist vote that has built up in our cities. A vote of people who wish to fundamentally change everything about our country. And rather than bowing down to this group of people, he should be standing up and saying, we will stamp out terrorism. We will insist that the law is applied equally to everybody in this country, and those that live here and take benefits at a minimum learn our language. That is what he should be doing. But of course, who is it that let all these people in? Was it Labour? No, it was the Conservatives. And of the last 3 million that came as part of the Boris wave, only 20% came on work permits. Many of the rest will be a massive financial burden to this country for years to come. Now look, all of us in this room have friends that have come from other parts of the world. We've always been open to the world. We had the biggest empire the world had ever seen, a large Commonwealth. We get these relationships, but immigration ought to be controlled, and illegal immigration has to be dealt with, and the way we do it is by leaving the European Convention on Human Rights. taking back control of our borders and re-establishing the trust of voters in this country who have been lied to for election after election. And the same idiocy applies to energy. Robert talked about it a moment ago. We could be self-sufficient in oil and gas. We could be an exporter of oil and gas. And whatever your views on climate, everyone accepts we will need oil and gas for decades to come. And what we've done is we've given this country the most expensive industrial energy prices in the world, which means steel is going overseas, refining going overseas, chemicals production going overseas, plastic manufacture going overseas, vital strategic industries, millions of jobs going overseas to achieve literally nothing because the goods are made somewhere else and then exported back to our country. If we produced our own oil, produced our own gas, we not only would be self-sufficient, not only have higher tax revenues, not only produce tens of thousands of well-paid jobs, but we would all, on our domestic bills and industrial bills, have lower energy prices. And yet, they've all lost their way. Boris, remember him? We're going to be the Saudi Arabia of wind. And now we've got Red Ed Miliband, God help us, who believes that somehow he's saving the world. When we produce less than 1% of global CO2 emissions, all we're doing is exporting the output of CO2. We're not saving the planet, we're disadvantaging our own country, and we will bring back common sense. We will bring back energy production, we will reindustrialize this country and make us self-sufficient in the process. Which brings me neatly to Suffolk, where the largest solar farm in the country is proposed in West Suffolk on good agricultural land. Chinese-made panels, incapable of being recycled, biodiversity deserts, and as you might have noticed, the sun doesn't shine in Suffolk as much as it does in some other parts of the world. And we think these policies are absolute madness. Now, I first realised what a problem Suffolk had at the time of the referendum. In those days, they were all Tory constituencies. And every Tory MP in the referendum voted Remain. And every Suffolk constituency voted Leave. And I realised then the Conservative Party was losing connection with its base in traditional lovely counties like this. And that is why it's so monstrous that having had all of these county councillors, that they tried to deny you 2 years in a row your elections. Well, I'm pleased to say that the Conservative Party is on the wane in this county. The Labour Party may have done well here in the last general election, but I don't think Sir Keir's going to do very well in Suffolk on the 7th of May. The Greens, just dye your hair pink, you'll be fine. Owen, give up your job and do nothing, that'll work, won't it? Smoke dope all day, that'll do it. The Greens will not make big gains here. We have every opportunity, and we've been thrilled that people have joined us, that we've won by-elections.